Hey, good evening, everybody, again. So I am here. Just wanted to let everybody know thing. So I am here to keep everybody informed. Um, Give me one sec here. I'm still setting everything up. Hi, Lucky. So there are some thunderstorms that are continuing to develop south of Lawrence. And if you notice, several reports of 80-mile-an-hour winds. That is in Wyandotte County. We have several reports of 70-mile-an-hour wind down through Lawrence. There is some damage as well. So I do have some family up in Smithville. Want to make sure that they know about this. They are under a severe thunderstorm warning, probably beginning to get the winds right now. And again, I'm just kind of getting everything set up here for the night, guys. Just kind of bear with me. You're not going to hear me for a little bit, but I'm just trying to get everything set up, and I wanted to go live. I told you guys I'd be on at 10:45, so I wanted to make sure everybody knew I was on at 10:45. A windbag, a windbag gigafish is basically it's kind of a weak derecho. Pretty much meaning that there is a pocket of very strong winds that is approaching. It's typically like around 40, 50 miles wide, where a derecho can be hundreds of miles of wide and packing strong straight line winds. Andy. So, and again, I want to give everybody a heads up. If you have friends, family, which I do, Kansas City, KC Metro, Gladstone, Smithville, all the way up through St. Joe, they are under a severe thunderstorm warning with a considerable damage threat assessment from the from the National Weather Service. 70-mile-per-hour or greater winds are possible in this area. So definitely want to let you guys know. The biggest threat tonight, guys, is the fact that we do not have weather radio. So I noticed my radio did not go off tonight. It happened to be woken up by Storm Shield. Of course, just another reason why I continue to say have more than one way to be able to get warning, watches, and advisories for cases just like this. So we Blue Springs. So Blue Springs, you are going to start getting. You're going to start getting some wind gusts, probably here at Gigafish in about 20 minutes. And then you have the potential. They do have some 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. There was an 80-mile-per-hour wind gust just across the state line. So just be prepared for very strong winds here over the next 45 minutes. I don't know, KK. Right now we are. I don't know. Wablo might be a little bit south, but I think you might get some rain out of it. But again, if I blow this thing out, all of this is moving off to the east. The problem is I don't know how well it's going to. I don't know how well it's going to hold together because it will be moving into. It will be moving into some area that is not quite favorable for thunderstorm development. So we're just going to have to cross our fingers and hope we get none of the damaging storms, but we get the rain. All right. So, and again, guys, I wanted the biggest thing right now is wanted to make sure that everybody is in the know tonight. All right, making sure we are still up and going, having just a little bit of problems on the streaming. That's all we need is to go down on streaming too. Hey, you bet, Sarah. Thank you for the kind words. So, Lawrence, right now, Lawrence had some very strong winds earlier. I think Clinton will get some thunderstorms. I don't know if they're going to be severe, Nikki. It looks like the northern branch of storms is packing some very strong winds. It's going through Smithville right now, Plattsburgh, Gladstone. Several reports out here just across the state line 70, 80 mile per hour winds. It's likely going to be with this southern branch of storms that will affect most of west central Missouri. So it's going to depend on if they can retain their intensity. There are some special weather statements out for these, but I don't know if I'm hoping we're going to get the rain and we're not going to get the wind. That's what I'm hoping for. But with the weather radios being down, I kind of felt obligated to be down here. This can be kind of a come and go event like we sometimes have. I will likely be live for a long time tonight, only because we don't have weather radios. So I did contact them from the network status through National Weather Service. It shows that they are up and going, but then when they did a check, they have a telephone line down that is keeping us from getting that signal. So they put a work ticket in on it. But with it being 11 o'clock at night, I don't have much hopes it's going to get fixed tonight. But I want to make sure everybody, of course, is in the know what's going on. There hadn't been any reports of hail, Gigafish, right now. Is Butler good for the rest of the night? No, you still have a severe thunderstorm watch for another 4 hours, Aaron. I do not see any storm chasers. All right. So again, guys, we do have a very intense line of thunderstorms with some strong straight line winds going from St. Joe down through Smithville, Kansas City, Overland Park, over to Olathe. Lawrence, you did have some 70, 80 mile per hour winds earlier tonight. there are some storms behind that. So not quite out of the woods yet. We'll have to see what these storms near Topeka will do later on. But there has been some storm damage. 3-inch tree limbs down in Lawrence. Yeah, Landon. If this line doesn't stretch down any further, then we're going to be depending on this line here, and that's set to be about 2 o'clock in the morning. So we're about 3 hours away from this southern branch, and we're not 100% sure it's going to retain its intensity right now. So right now, we're just it's kind of now casting. The strongest winds, though, right now, definitely from Overland Park through North Kansas City, Smithville, up to St. Joe, Plattsburgh. That's where the strongest winds are right now. Hi, John. And again, this is going to be kind of if you guys want come and go. I probably wouldn't even be live right now, but and again, because the weather radios are down for the night, I kind of felt obligated to try to make sure everybody's in the know. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch for another 4 hours for all of west central Missouri, with the exception of Vernon County. The biggest threats are going to be strong straight line winds of 70 miles per hour and quarter size hail. Those are the big threats tonight. Tornado threat, very, very low. I'm not going to say it's zero, but it is very, very low. Well, Landon, we are under a severe thunderstorm watch, so I just kind of mentioned that, a second ago. So we could get some strong straight line winds out of this, and maybe some quarter size hail. But tornado threat is pretty low right now. But and again, we're in nowcast mode right now, kind of meaning that we can. No models, nothing is going to really help us right now. Any data, we're really just going to have to be paying attention to radar, see which direction these storms are going to go. Are they going to have a tail on it that continues to extend down, or are they going to weaken? So this is what's really tough about summertime thunderstorms, is that a lot of times they feed on their own energy. So they like this little cold front, that's rain cooled air out here that's being blown off from these thunderstorms. And then of course, along this little line right here, you can get more thunderstorms formed because it's like a little cold front. And right now here at the station, it's 86.9 degrees out right now at 11 o'clock at night. We still have a dew point of 76 degrees. So yeah, we got plenty of energy here for these thunderstorms. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. And again, if you guys want to, set an alarm, if you're in St. Clair County, Pettis County, Benton County, if you guys want to, set an alarm and wake up in an hour or two, you're welcome to. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning.
Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
And this is going to include Cass and Johnson County, Missouri, in west central Missouri. So let's read what it says. Severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Wyandotte County, northern Miami and east central Kansas, Johnson County and east central Kansas, Cass County, Clay County, Ray County, Lafayette County, southeastern Platte County, Jackson County, Johnson County, and west central Missouri. So the severe thunderstorms located along a line extending from near Plattsburgh to near Independence to near Grandview moving east at 50 miles per hour. So 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts is the biggest threat out of that line of storms that's coming across right now. Really strong winds up here. Plattsburgh, Smithville, Kearney, Lawson. 80, 85 mile per hour winds up here. And I am in constant communication with the National Weather Service this evening. They did say that they will let us know Parkville. There's reports of trees down I-435 and 45 highway. Downtown airport just now had a 60 mile per hour wind gust. So this line that's down here that will likely be the one that will affect parts of Bates, St. Clair, Henry, Benton counties. There's no warnings with it right now. It's just an intense line of thunderstorms, but not seeing anything severe with this line. We'll have to see as it continues over, these little cold fronts that are being put out by the thunderstorms out ahead of it. It could rejuvenate them. So that's what we're keeping a close eye on tonight. And all I'm doing now, guys, I am sharing the warnings onto our Subby Weather Talk group, just to make sure everybody's in the know. Just under just a little bit more pressure tonight, mainly because of with weather radio being down. I just want to make sure everybody gets the messages out tonight. Power out in Independence. Thank you, Nikki. Yolanda, no lights in South Kansas City. Liberty, Missouri, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Wow. So right now, look like Evergy. Evergy right now has 88,852 people without power right now. Wow. Thanks, Autumn. And again, Evergy has almost 89,000 people without power here. And the looks like a majority of them are Kansas City, Metro, Olathe, kind of Casey Metro South. I'm going to bring up the short-term models. We're going to take a look at them together. All right, so here's all these storms that we're seeing right now spread across central Kansas all the way up into Iowa. I'll put this into motion over the next couple frames. And you notice there's a few strong cells that enter Benton, Henry, Johnson, Cass counties. But here's that secondary line over here. This is a secondary line that we are going to be waiting on. And it begins to sag south. So this is the latest short-term model. So it really looked like once this thing crosses the state line, a few of us are going to get doused with a couple pretty good thunderstorms, but then it's going to weaken really fast. Do not see any twisting for now. That's good. That's good, Greg. We don't want to see twisting. Yeah, this here is the straight line winds is definitely what we're going to be is our biggest threat for tonight. Trying to get my jolt back, drink a little bit of coffee. So again, I am down here at the Storm Track Weather Center. And of course, all this is definitely needed tonight. The severe threat actually is relatively low for us tonight, but again, the main reason the weather radio is down for the evening. So I'm just looking at mine right now, and it's still flashing the NOAA. And when it's flashing like that, means that it cannot get service through the tower. So it's actually still down for now. And I am not expecting it to. I'm not expecting it to come back up tonight. Probably a good idea, Greg, just in case. Anybody else? Anybody else noticing I'm cutting out? Okay, thanks, Nikki. So National Weather Service just had a 50-mile-per-hour gust at Pleasant Hill. Windy in Oak Grove. Hi, Hunter. we are going to be expecting this secondary line of storms here from Topeka down to Burlington, moving east roughly around 2 a.m. here in Henry County, as long as it holds together in intensity. A friend up there in Independence, Gigafish, or Blue Springs. You're in Blue Springs, Gigafish.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
Okay. And basically, what that was just a confirmation that the severe thunderstorm warning remains into effect until 11:45 for Cass, Clay, Ray, Lafayette, Jackson, and Johnson County. At 11:21, severe thunderstorm located along a line extending from near Kingston to near Wellington to Lone Jack, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Evergy is now with 103,900 people without power. So it's causing a lot of power outages. So that's one thing that we need to be aware of, is going to be the fact of that, even if we don't get severe weather, so to speak, if we don't get 60-mile-per-hour winds or large hail, we could still lose power with the 50-mile-an-hour wind gust. So again, we've gone over this so many times so far this year. We want to make sure that we are prepared for power outages. A flashlight, have a pair of shoes handy, make sure your cell phone is charged up, that sort of thing. So Harrisonville, you're gonna start getting some of those stronger winds out here ahead of the line of storms. And again, here in west central Missouri, Cass County, Johnson County on the Missouri side, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 20 minutes. So this line from Topeka down to Emporia is kind of counter. It's actually kind of strengthening a little bit. We now have reports of 1-inch hail, and is now severe warned for Osage City and Ottawa. And again, anybody just getting on here, the National Weather Service weather radios are down for our area here in west central Missouri. So I had to contact the National Weather Service this evening, and they found out they had a telephone line problem, and they put in a work order for it. However, I am not expecting the weather radio to be back on tonight. So that's one of the big reasons why I am staying live through this duration, just to make sure everybody has another way to receive the warnings and the watches. All right, so just a little bit of a recap here for you guys. And again, all of west central Missouri, with the exception of Vernon County, is under a severe thunderstorm watch for the next 3 hours and 31 minutes. We have this northern line that has produced very strong straight line winds. There's Evergy right now has about 104,000 people without power up here in the KC metro area. So this thing is producing some very strong straight line winds. This will likely just skirt to most of us. It will skirt just to the north of us. It's a secondary line here that is producing some strong straight line winds and some large hail that will be moving east that could clip part of west central Missouri. So that is what we are waiting on. Right now, it looked like around the 1:30, 2 o'clock a.m. time frame for the secondary storm to the secondary line to move through west central Missouri. So that's what we are waiting on right now. And of course, we got Cass and Johnson County on the Missouri side under a severe thunderstorm warning for the strong straight line winds. Pleasant Hill, right here at the radar site, they clocked a 50-mile-per-hour wind gust. So that is enough to cause a 3-4 inch tree limb to come down and knock out power. So I think we are seeing some of that tonight. And I am just going through. I don't know who you're trying to get a hold of, Sean. Rayford? Are you talking about Radford? I don't understand your comment there, but and I am answering some of the questions. I know several of you have sent me messages, and I am responding to them. Of course, you can always catch these live streams on Radford Media app. It's available for Apple and Android, and that's the Radford Media Group app. You can listen to 95.3 as well as 104.9 The Biz. And of course, you can pick up all the live streams, my live streams, as well as live sporting events for Clinton High School, Clinton Middle School. So that's a cool addition that we put on for 2024. Several reports of 70-mile-per-hour winds up in the Jackson County, Johnson County, Kansas, up in Platte County. Hi, Sarah. Just seen your post. Yeah, I hope we get some rain too here in Clinton. We desperately need it. It'd be nice if we get about a quarter, half inch of rain and no wind. That would be ideal. So this line up here in northern Missouri here, from Green Valley, Blue Springs, all the way up to Chillicothe, Trenton. It is not looking all that impressive. It has really fallen apart here over about the last 20 minutes or so. You notice it's really starting to break up, and so we just hope we get a little bit of rain before this line breaks up here in this area. But Raymore, Lee Summit border. Yep, you just had that little gust front just move through. Probably picking up some rain showers right now too, probably actually. Evergy is up to 108,503 people without power currently. And it looks like there's a new swath of power outages from Green Valley down to James A. Reed Memorial Wildlife Refuge, down through Lone Jack, Pittsville, right along 50 Highway. There's a swath of power outages going on right there. So that would be consistent with where this line, this light green line, is pushing down through here. So the strongest wind looks like it's right here at this gust front, out ahead of the line. So
the National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
Okay, we got a new warning that's going to be posted here momentarily. Hi, Cynthia. Gonna check and see what that last one was for. Till 11:45. Well, they went ahead and allowed that severe thunderstorm warning to expire. That was for parts of Cass and Johnson County. Oh, that's good, Catherine. At least you don't have any damage. Hey, sunshine. So again, most of West Central Missouri, we are waiting on this secondary line that is currently right now stretched from just east of Topeka down to Ottawa, and then it tails all the way down here to El Dorado, Kansas. It does have some 60-mile-per-hour wind and small hail associated with this line. The question is it going to hold together before it begins to fall apart, as this line did up here North Kansas City? So that is what we are waiting on right now. You're seeing lightning outside of Windsor. Let me take a look at my lightning detector here. And again, it looked like Evergy is up to about 109,000 people without power right now. So it's likely just going to keep going up, at least for the short term. Hi, Mary. Wind was bad in Grandview. Yeah, you see how it all kind of breaks up. That was a pretty solid line that was coming in. Kind of keeping our fingers crossed that this line will kind of keep up before we get a decent rainfall out of it. We're gonna need it. We're gonna cool down a little bit tomorrow and Friday, and into Saturday we'll be back down to normal highs in the mid upper 80s, almost 90. And then on Sunday we're gonna go back into the heat, and Sunday, Monday, Tuesday we could be back possibly up into the triple digits again. So it would be nice to get a nice little soaker tonight, and then I'm hoping that some of the data that's coming in, we're going to have a pretty good cold front that will be moving in, hopefully by the end of next week, to kind of cool us down for a while, and more rain. So that would be nice too. And guys, of course, we're broadcasting this on 95.3 KDKD from the Storm Track Weather Center. And since we have just a moment, of course, we get some great sponsorships from everybody, and we couldn't do this without them. So it gives me so many more platforms to be able to have nights like tonight when the weather radio is out. We have no weather radio in our area. We have to have more than one source to be able to get warnings, watches, advisories out. And of course, we wouldn't be able to do that, without the help of some of our sponsors. One, of course, that's Dent Clinic. That's Chris. Know him personally, right here in Clinton. If anybody is needing a quote or get some work done on their cars. Also, Family Safe Certified Storm Shelters. They're down in Republic. And of course, I had a lot of people ask, where can they get a safe room installed? These are the guys to do it. And of course, Jay's Southland Tow. They're in Raymore, Belton, Clinton. These guys, they service all our area. And if you ever need a tow, these are the guys to call. It'll be awesome. So please support local, as your local businesses is what help keeps radio stations such as us in business. So, and I kind of like this job. So if you can support local, support local. Hi, Destiny. Well, I mean, here's the scenario that we're up against all night. Um, I didn't even think that we would even be in this situation tonight because all through this area here, including Kansas City, this whole area right now is under a capping inversion. It's just not real supportive for thunderstorms. So, but sometimes, and I've seen it happen several times tonight, as I was watching these storms up here in near Omaha, and it's a mess up there. It is an absolute mess in Omaha, Council Bluffs, Iowa. They got hit with 100-mile-an-hour straight line winds. There were tornadoes up there, and those storms, once they got down here, they still remained strong, and they were not in a favorable environment either. But they sustained themselves upon themselves, so they create like a little cold front, and then they rejuvenate, and then they create another little cold front from the rain cooled air, and then they rejuvenate, and they kind of live on themselves. So we're going to see if this line does the same thing. Um, if anything, if we can get some showers, thunder showers over our way, I would take it. Take a look at this is where your heavy rain is. And notice there's hardly any heavy rain here in the KC Metro. So the one thing we have going for us is at least the secondary line right now is producing some heavy rain. So hopefully it will hold up until it gets over here to our neck of the woods. 32 ounces of strong coffee. Yeah, Jeff. Matter of fact, I thought I was going to go back to the kitchen and grab me a spoon. Boy, I made this thing at the house. I don't know how many scoops of coffee I put in it. Man, it makes my lips pucker. Yeah, I'm kind of dragging tonight. You guys can probably tell. So there are some pretty good wind gusts out there, Phil. Looks like they're mainly running right around the 35 to 50 mile per hour along that little gust front. So we can watch that gust front out ahead of that line. We can watch it dive to the southeast. Going through Warrensburg right now, and it will continue to dive off to the southeast. And we'll watch when it comes down here into Henry County, here at our weather station down here at the Radio Shack. My boy calls it the Radio Shack. So anyway, we'll see what the wind does as that line moves through our area. Still showing about 108,500 people. Evergy is out without power. Give me one moment, guys. Hi, Brian. What are you gonna do outside? Well, hi, Janet. I bet you did not get woke up by the weather radio. I didn't either. Thank goodness for Storm Shield. That thing has saved my butt so many times. Man, I could talk about Storm Shield all night long. All right, guys, let's recap just a hair here. So, right now, we do not have any severe thunderstorm warnings anywhere that could affect us right now. This line of storms up here, Green Valley, all the way up through Chillicothe, Trenton, right now it is gradually weakening. There is a gust front stretched from Warrensburg all the way down Creighton, Adrian, down to Pleasanton, Kansas. And this is associated with 30, 40, up to 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts that could knock a 2-3 inch branch out of a tree. That's not out of the question, and that could take a power line. So we still have to be concerned a little bit about power outages. But what we are waiting on is to see what this line of storms is going to do. It is pushing off to the east. It should be here probably, I'm guessing, probably an hour and a half or so. Between an hour, hour and a half. And if moving, that's 50, that's 22, 33. So let's put a timestamp on this. And I'm going to go ahead and do linear. Oh, quit. We're going to put it at 40. So right now, if it maintains its intensity and at about the same speed, we're going to be looking at Lacine at 1225, Mound City 1235, Pleasanton 1239, Amsterdam 1239, Emirates 1242, Westline 1243, Freeman 1248, Olathe 1249, Foster 1252, Overland Park 1255, Archie 1257, Adrian 1257, Belton at 1258, Butler 101, Raymore 101, Harrisville 102, Lake Winnebago 109, East Lynn 111, Lee Summit 114. Let's see here, Creighton at 120, Lone Jack 124, Urick 126, Appleton City 127, Rockville 128, Blairstown 129, Chehaui 139, Clinton at 145, Deepwater 146, Brownington 150, Leeton 151, Wartburg 153, Calhoun 156, Windsor 205, Wablo 216, Warsaw 218, Lincoln 220, Ionia 221, Hermitage 230, Sedalia 230, Cocamp 230, and Smithton at 241. So that's kind of a time track for this line of storms here. If it maintains its intensity and speed, those are going to be some of the times. Power off and on near Lone Jack. Yeah, they're Evergy has got actually a pretty broad sliver of outages right along 50 Highway from Lake Lottawatta, Cockrell, Lone Jack, Pittsville, all the way into Wardsburg. Boy, with all that rain out there, I sure hope we get some. We do have that little gust front. It is, Derek. It's still hot and dry outside. It's still 85.6 degrees with a 75-degree dew point. So Actually, that dew point is just a little bit higher than what they average on the equator, if that makes you feel any better. 74-degree average dew point at the equator in the rainforest. So that tells you how high the dew point is here. So we do have that little gust front. It is making its way to the northwest corner of Henry County, down through the center of Bates County, and up through Warrensburg and Johnson County. So basically, right now, that little gust front out ahead of this line of storms is producing anywhere between 25 to 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts as this makes its way through. So those of you that have already been through a strong storm tonight, we have Lawrence, Overland Park, Olathe, Gardner, Kansas City Metro, Belton, Raymore. Looks like you're going to be getting a second round of thunderstorms here in the next about 20-30 minutes. So again, thank you guys for joining tonight. We don't have a huge severe threat tonight. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch for the next about 3 hours. It will likely be canceled a little bit early after this line moves through west central Missouri. However, because weather radios are non-functioning tonight, the I contacted National Weather Service this evening when they posted the watch. My weather radio did not go off, and nobody's weather radio went off here in this area, as the tower has a telephone line issue The National Weather Service did put a work order in on that. However, I do not think it is going to be up and running this evening. So I want to make sure that I am live so that keep everybody informed on what's going on. And again, this just proves that you have to have more than one means of obtaining information about warnings, watches, and advisories. So luckily, I have Storm Shield app on my phone, and when it went off for a severe thunderstorm watch, that woke me up. I was about an hour into a great dream. So it did wake me up though. And so that's why it's very important. Don't just rely on one source of information. Same way with if we have internet go down, no live stream, no Facebook. Then you have to depend on the weather radio. So, hey, Kate, good evening. Well, we are what's called nowcasting right now. We are waiting on this line of storms stretching from Olathe down here to 54 Highway. It is moving east, and we are waiting on whether or not this is going to hold up or not. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch for about the next 3 hours or so. It will likely be allowed to expire early as soon as this line of storms moves through our area. But this line of storms has a history producing 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. So we are watching it and seeing, hopefully, it stays together enough where we can get some moisture in the ground before we carry on the rest of the week. But so far, it's doing okay. Knock on wood. Hi, Aaron. And again, same thing for you too over at Butler. So, yeah, it looks like that wind shift line is going through Butler right now. So you're likely getting, see what those winds are out there in Butler. Well, not all that impressive. Anywhere between 15, 20 mile an hour gusts, probably. A little bit stronger gusts up here coming through Henry County have been through Uric. About 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts coming through Henry County right now. There's a 40 mile an hour gust. So now we're still watching this line out here now, Aaron. So don't let your guard down quite yet. So we're waiting on this line to move through the area, maybe getting us a good drink of water. But we're watching for strong winds that could be associated with this line of storm. So it is moving east. Looks like Butler about 12:59 over in Butler. Approximate, Aaron, when you can see this line of storms move into your neck of the woods. It's not necessarily breaking through the cap, KK. So Basically, what is going on right now, we do have a temperature inversion, meaning that there is a cap in place, but it's thunderstorms cannot just spark up out here by themselves because of that cap. Now, this line of thunderstorms is actually kind of feeding on itself. It's producing some rain cooled air out ahead of it. And of course, it's still 85 degrees here out ahead of it, and it acts like a little cold front. So it kind of rejuvenates itself on these little cold fronts. So it's not necessarily busting the cap, but they're kind of feeding upon itself. But at any time, that line can fizzle out just like that because there's just not much atmospheric support for thunderstorms. So if they stop feeding on themselves, then we can see this line dissipate in a snap of a finger. Oh, hey, Phil. Hi, Alan. So again, a couple things, guys. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch for about the next 2 hours, 46 minutes for strong straight line winds, large hail. Kind of notice that this right here, we do have a 1-inch hail marker. 1-inch hail possibility along this line that is heading to the east. Right now, there's no severe thunderstorm warnings anywhere around us right now. So we're just kind of watching to see what this line is going to do. Tornado threat is very, very. I'm not going to say it's zero, but it's very, very, very unlikely and very low tonight. Just mainly a quarter size hail, 60, 70 mile per hour gusts is it's going to be our biggest threat for tonight. One of the big reasons why we're doing this too, Alan, it's not a huge severe threat tonight, but the National Weather Service, I had to call them earlier. The weather radios are not working in our area. They have a telephone line problem. They sent a work order in, but I do not expect them to be fixed tonight. So I wanted to make sure that everybody was in the know about the watch, keep an eye on these storms, and just make sure that everybody stays informed since we cannot rely on the weather radios tonight. And they're still out. I just looked at mine. They're still out right now. So that's one of the big reasons why we are live this evening. And again, a ton of power outages out there tonight. Evergy reporting 105,011 people without power right now. So I would not want to be a lineman right now. Those guys are totally underappreciated because they are having to get out in this nasty weather and have to try to get power back on. Well, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning. Let me go out of the Springfield. Doesn't look all that impressive from radar standpoint, but we do have 60 mile an hour wind gusts down here. So this line is still holding up pretty good. This is actually likely going to affect Vernon County, and they're not even in a severe thunderstorm watch. So take a look at these winds. Boy, they're right smack dab in the middle of no man's land, really. So you can't even. Right down here, Iola, Fort Scott area, they're in no man's land as far as National Weather Service radars. Kind of a blind spot right down here. Nevada has always been kind of a blind spot down here. I think that's the reason why they leave Nevada out of a lot of weather forecasts from Springfield weather channels. I don't think they can see that far. Because there is a dead hole right down here. I can't really see what those winds are doing from any of the radar sites. However, it is they are under a severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to be for Bourbon and western Crawford County in southeastern Kansas. So 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts is possible. Looks like that little gust front is about to be here in Clinton. Wind is picking up just a little bit. 4.4 miles per hour. It about doubled in speed. It was 2, now it's 4. We'll see. We'll see how high the wind gusts gets here in Clinton. And this is awesome. Also, we put this up a couple days ago, and it is a Tempest weather station, one of the best out there. And we put it up here at the weather station, and that was the last of my funds that was generated from the spring fundraiser that we had here at Subby's Weather Talk. So, and again, this is for you guys. So we put up. They had a great spot down here at the radio station. They had a nice 20-foot pole. So we mounted it up there, and so we have our own weather station here in Clinton, thanks to our followers at Subby's Weather Talk. So that's like I said, everything that you guys donate goes toward the room software. And luckily I was able to do what I'm doing here at the radio station, able to bring over all the software, monitors, the weather station. I was able to bring all that over here. The number one goal that I want is to be able to get information out to as many people as we possibly can in our area. So that's one of the reasons why, we're doing Katie Facebook page, Katie YouTube account, Katie Twitter, Subby Weather Talk YouTube channel. We're doing all of these platforms in hopes that everybody has the means to be able to have access to weather information. And communication's always been one of my pet peeves. We got all the technology out there, and yet we can't communicate that there is a storm coming. So that's one thing that's one thing I'm really excited about with TorqueOn as well. My old advisory page for the Subby's West Central Missouri advisory page is now, unfortunately, I am in a fight with Facebook to get the page name changed, and I know that's confusing for a lot of people, but it is part of my TorqueOn company. We are nationwide, coast to coast, full service. We have storm chasers, dispatchers, radar techs, the whole 9 yards. So we just got done hiring, I think, around 35 people. And actually some local people around Clinton, Butler, up by Harrisonville. They're actually all going to be on my team here in West Central Missouri as soon as they're trained. Derek, he was at our chat a little bit ago. He is actually part of TorqueOn, and he'll be part of my group too. So we're going to be covering 7 states, including Missouri, on that page, on Subby's advisory page. So you notice, if you're a member, or if you follow that page, you know that there's a lot of content that flies in there. So you can turn your notifications off, but One thing that I would ask, if you have any family members or friends that might live in Kansas, or they live in Nebraska, they live in Texas, New Mexico, those are all states we cover. I encourage you to share the page, let them know that, and I do live streams on there. I did a long one tonight with the storm moving through Omaha, Nebraska. So make sure you share the page. That's the only thing I ask. And once we kind of get going, you guys will know. Of course, Subby Weather Talk group that we have, that will never change. Unfortunately, Facebook changed the rules. I cannot live stream in groups, only on pages. So that's the reason why you can find the live streams on Subby's Weather Talk YouTube channel. You can also find it on 95.3 KDKD Facebook page. Also, you can find it on 95.3 KDKD Radford Media Group YouTube channel. And you can download the Radford Media Group app on Apple or Android, and you can catch all of my live streams there as well. So, a little bit confusing, mainly because of the name of the old page of Subby's West Central Missouri Advisory page, and that's going to be covering 7 states. So it's kind of a handful for me right now, but Derek just chimed in there. Once he gets trained up, and 2 or 3 others that we have on board, then we'll start working in shifts, and we'll be manning the radar, doing live streams and everything else for you guys. So pretty exciting. And again, my whole goal is to inform as many people that I possibly can do myself, and with Torque on. So that is my goal. This line of storms is not looking all that impressive. Maybe I'll knock on wood again, because we sure could use some moisture. Nothing severe along this line. And again, one thing that I wanted to make sure that I reiterate: the main reason why we have been live through the course of this evening, we have a minimal severe threat here in West Central Missouri, but the weather radios are down. So, no notifications for any watches, no notifications for warnings, and it's just static on 162.500. That is our Clinton frequency. And actually, I brought it to the National Weather Service attention, and I guess they have a telephone line that that is the culprit. So they put a work order in, likely will not be fixed tonight. So I just want to make sure everybody's in the know. There is quite a bit of lightning associated with this line of storm, so I didn't want anybody waking up and see it lightning and weather radio is not working and everybody kind of freak out. So that's the number one thing also that is our goal here, actually, is to inform everybody and to keep things calm. That's one thing. And I've had this page now for going on almost 6 years now, I guess. So, that's one thing. I got fed up with local TV stations either not talking about the counties in the southern zone or in the far northern zone, leaving us out of the picture. and watching local media stations. Um, Gee, many Christmas. You think the world's ending, and we got to keep everybody informed, and it's amazing when you have information and you know what's going on, your anxiety level goes down. So, and believe it or not, there's a lot of people out there that have health issues because of the anxiety that they have because of storms. So, um, I know my dog does even. He's my lightning detector, and he's not here at the station. So I got to rely on the weather station to tell me whether or not it's lightning outside. So, um, but he's resting comfortably at home tonight. See if the wind picked up any here. Boy, not much wind here at the radio shack at all. Definitely a wind shift though. If you notice, look where those winds are coming out of now, due north. They were coming out of the southwest. Now they're coming directly out of the north. Yeah, Derek, that'd be awesome. Chase next season. Absolutely, man. Oh, David 10 is going to get you educated, and you're going to be out there and chasing some storms here in West Central Missouri. We're going to be able to put you on our live stream. I'm going to kind of zoom this out here just a little bit. And again, it's been a heck of a night of activity throughout the Midwest. We I had about a 4 hour live stream up here in Omaha and Council Bluffs where they had straight line winds up to 100 mile an hour take dead aim at Omaha earlier this evening, caused a ton of damage up in that area. Brandon Kopic, he is a storm chaser for Radar Omega. He also has a YouTube channel, and he's been up here in this area for quite some time. And I'm just kind of wondering if he's not helping out with the cleanup crew up here because they've had actually, believe it or not, this is kind of a cool story. Is the fact that we had a couple in our live stream with Torque on tonight. They were from Council Bluffs, and one of them was a 911 dispatcher for the Air Force Base in Council Bluffs. And he actually sent us some pictures and video of the shelf cloud coming in. And then they got, we told them, said, hey, listen, you got 100-mile-an-hour winds. I don't care if you're just under a severe thunderstorm warning, but you need to take cover. And it was about 5 minutes later, and tornado warning popped up, and there was a tornado observed at the Council Bluffs Airport. So, him and his family were safe. I made sure contacted him, and they had a shelter in place put in for the Air Force Base due to all the damage in and around the Air Force Base. So, a lot of damage up there, but then again, if we're able to sit there and get advance warning out to one person, I feel like it's a success for the day. Whether we have 1,000 people watching the stream or one person watching the stream, that's the whole purpose of doing this. I mean, it's tell you one thing: it's not for the pay. and it's not for the accolades. It's a service. So that's our goal, is to make sure that we inform and protect as many people as we can. Well, we sure didn't get much of a wind gust here, just a wind change of direction here in Clinton. And again, I am not seeing a little better view of the wind down here near Fort Scott, but it's still not looking overly impressive. I'm not too concerned about severe weather. It's just going to be, hopefully stays together till we get the much needed rainfall. But I am going to stay here live with you guys until either A, they cancel the severe thunderstorm watch for West Central Missouri, or B, it's this line moves past us, and then we'll call it a night. But till then, you're stuck with me. So anybody that knows somebody that is out of power just got a notice through from Evergy. Of course, they've got 103,549 people without power right now, stretching from looks like Harrisonville, Garden City to Holden, Pleasant Hill, and of course Kansas City metro area. And anyway, they say that it's going to be a delayed restoration time, mainly because of all of the storms, the second round of storms that's moving into the area. So it might be a while that you're going to be out without power if you do not have power right now. I think the coffee is finally just starting to give me that extra jolt. I couldn't hardly wake up an hour and a half ago. Harrisonville coming in, looks like 75 degrees out right now with north wind. Looks like about 10 knots. $71 degrees up here near Olathe. Warrensburg coming in at 73 degrees with the northwest wind. They put that right on top of it, didn't they? 7 miles per hour with a 23-mile-per-hour gust. We're a little bit behind, still showing we have a south wind right now, which we are looking at a northeast wind here in Clinton. Just got listening. That sounds like fireworks. Fireworks where, Aaron? What sounds like fireworks, Aaron? I don't do a whole lot of live streaming down here at the weather center yet, so I want to make sure that I'm coming in clear. Oh, lightning. Okay. Oh no, you're fine. I just want to make sure that everything goes smooth down here. Like I said, I do a lot of recorded videos down here, but I don't do a whole lot of live streaming. So just making sure that everything is coming through okay. And of course, that line it's really struggling. It's coming up here to the state line right now, and really starting to kind of fall apart a little bit. So hopefully it there are some other thunderstorms out here moving to the east. So I don't know. I'd say we're at a better than a 50% chance to get some rain out of this. I hope. Yeah, just rain. I think so. I'm not seeing anything else. National Weather Service just updated saying that they are going to continue the severe thunderstorm watch for our area because of this line. Once we get past this line, I think they're going to go ahead and start eliminating counties that that are under that watch. So I don't think we're going to go the whole time on the watch, just until this line goes through. But other than that, everything's pretty quiet. Everything pretty quiet over here on the National Weather Service chat. But again, I'm going to stay with you guys until either the severe thunderstorm watch is canceled. I don't think so, Kayla. I would not be worried at this point in time. Um, this line of storms is what we were kind of concerned about, but it's continually to show that it's weakening, and there's hardly any winds coming out ahead of it. So I think you're going to be fine for the night, hon. We're just kind of crossing our fingers that we get a little bit of rainfall out of this. That's what I'm hoping for. Rick, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, that'd be awesome, Derek. Love to see it. Yeah, because you see all of these. I'm gonna take the metards off. We don't need those anymore. Um, take a look at all these confirmed reports of wind speed 70, 70, 70, 80, just to the west of Kansas City. So yeah, there's going to be quite a bit of damage up here in KC metro area. Ballard tonight, Rick. Well, I don't think we have to worry about severe storms, to be honest with you. We're still under a severe thunderstorm watch for the next couple hours, but that's likely going to be lifted. I would say probably here within the next hour. This line of storms, we'll put this in motion. You can see how much it's weakening as it gets close to that state line. See how it's kind of falling apart right now. So We're just kind of hoping that we get some rain out of this. So we're going to go through another hot spell next week. And so we need some moisture in the ground for right now. The biggest thing, one of the biggest reasons I would likely not be live right now, the main reason I am, again, if you just joined, is the weather radios are not working for our area. So I contacted Max Weather Service earlier in the evening after the thunderstorm watch was issued, and everything looked good from their end until they found out that there was a telephone line issue knocking off our station out of Shawnee Mound that serves all of West Central Missouri. So nobody's weather radios went off when we got issued the tornado watch. And so I am going to stick around for the evening until either the thunderstorm watch is lifted or this line of storms get past us. About between 30 and 40 miles per hour, Destiny, over in Sedalia. Clinton wind speeds was not impressive at all, Madison. So we got a change in direction of wind. Now it's coming out of the northwest. It was coming up from the southwest. But the wind speeds are very nominal. What was that? What did I look at? Man, look at that dew point, guys. That dew point was, remember us talking about the dew point? 76 degrees. Look at that. All of a sudden, it just dropped. Just plummeted down. Now we're sitting at 69-degree dew point. So instantly dropped the dew point. And the humidity, too. So when that wind shift come right out of the north, our dew points and, of course, the humidity just tanked. So that's one of the reasons too why these storms they just can't feed. They're too much cold air. They're rain cooled air now, and so they're starting to collapse upon themselves a little bit. So just as long as we get some rain out of it, I'm not going to complain. But we see several boundaries here. There's one here that moved through Henry County. There's another one here in Bates County that's moving off. Watch all these outflow boundaries. Watch them. They're going to be coming from all different directions. That's moving southeast. And then we see another one here that's moving due east. So yeah, 30, 40 mile an hour gust, Destiny, will, that's one thing. It's not severe, but I tell you one thing, a 30 mile an hour wind gust is going to move around lawn furniture on the front porch. I know that for a fact. Aaron, I tell you what, you ought to start feeling some rain here, probably here just really about any minute. So hopefully we get a quick little dose of rain, and then behind it we just have some nice showers on the backside of this thing, and maybe we can pick up a good quarter half inch of rainfall. That's my goal. I think I'm wishing maybe out of my league there a little bit, but so looks like they are going to clear a big chunk of counties off of the severe thunderstorm watch here momentarily. So my guess is it's likely going to be most of west central Missouri is likely going to be cleared of the severe thunderstorm watch. We're going to wait and see. But yeah, it is going to include us. So it does look like that the National Weather Service has cleared all of west central Missouri of the severe thunderstorm watch. We're going to wait and let Radar Omega get caught up with the new information. And we may be done for the night, guys. We can just sit back and hope and pray for some rainfall. Well, so they did cancel Bates, Cass, Johnson, and Henry. They are still leaving up St. Clair, Benton, and Pettis County. And probably the reason is because, and again, we're right smack dab in between the two forecast centers. So Kansas City eliminated the severe thunderstorm watch for the counties that they are under control, and that is Bates, Henry, Johnson, and Cass. We have to wait for Springfield to cancel the watch for St. Clair, Benton, and Pettis County. So we are gonna wait here. Let me jump on to. Oh, quit that, will you? Good grief. Good night, Aaron. Good night, Landon. Have a good night, buddy. And I will jump over here to the Springfield National Weather Service and see if they're thinking the same thing. Peyton is working National Weather Service out of Springfield tonight. If you guys do not know Peyton Camden, she is the meteorologist down at the Springfield office. Very, very nice young lady. So there's no update on the possible canceling of the watch for St. Clair, Benton, and Pettis County as of yet. So I will hang out here for a little bit longer until we get confirmation from the National Weather Service for our three remaining counties here, St. Clair, Benton, and Pettis County. I am not expecting any severe weather here, guys. I think they're watching this cell over here in Bourbon County on the Kansas line. I won't get into meteorological terms here, but it is bowing just a little bit, maybe causing some little bit stronger wind gusts down here on the southern bookend of this line of storms. But for us here in west central Missouri, and that includes St. Clair and Benton, Pettis counties, I'm not expecting any severe weather. I'm going to hang out for a while until we get these counties clear, but I am not expecting anything here, guys. So, but we'll hang out a little bit. If you guys want to hang out with me, you guys are welcome to. It is getting kind of late. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, but I just had me 32 ounces of some of the thickest coffee I think I've ever had. So I'm going to be up for at least a little while. You're down in Butler, right, Aaron? Yeah, it looks like around 20 to 28 mile an hour winds come through Butler. And again, just some scattered showers. Not even really seeing a whole lot of lightning involved with it. There's a few lightning strikes. There's one there, one over on the Kansas side, one over along 49 Highway, but there's not a whole lot of lightning associated with this. Just some, looks like some light rain showers. Moderate rain be coming into Butler here in just a matter of a couple minutes. But again, Bates County was cleared of the severe thunderstorm watch. So the threat is over for Bates County for the night. And again, I'm just kind of hanging out. I don't want to end the live stream when we got a couple counties still under a watch, even though I know there's likely not going to be anything in this area. But we're going to keep watch on it here for the next few minutes, at least until this line moves through or they cancel the severe thunderstorm watch. Hey, you bet, Aaron. Like I said, if you ever have any questions or something, feel free to reach out. If I'm not live, feel free to shoot me a message. Be more than happy to answer any concerns or questions you have. So I did send a message over to Peyton at the Springfield office and asked if they are considering dropping the watch for St. Clair and Benton Pettis, and we'll see what they say here momentarily. And again, guys, I'm just going to run through these real quick. And listen, I'm very fortunate, very lucky to be able to have all of these, to be able to have studio to come down here, live stream here at 95.3 KDKD. here at the Storm Track Weather Center, as well as being able to get the word out to more people. Definitely want to thank the three sponsors of the live stream tonight, and of course that's the Dent Clinic right here in Clinton, Missouri. Great people. They're over on South 2nd Street, and of course Family Safe Storm Shelter down in Republic, and Jay's Southland Tow, Raymore, Belton, and in Clinton. So appreciate them supporting Storm Track Weather Center. Oh, okay. All right, Philip. I'm sorry. Well, glad to have you, buddy. Always glad to have you here in the room. Do you, Philip? Do you like storms? Is that something maybe that you maybe want to get into when you're older, or are you kind of a little bit hesitant when it comes to storms? No, Macy, you're not. Actually, you are in the Pleasant Hill, but a lot of times with warnings, I'm sorry, a lot of times with the watches, a lot of times they will allow either St. Louis or Springfield to take care of the far eastern counties. Um, St. Clair and Benton County, they're still ongoing through Springfield's National Weather Service, Pettis County, and up toward Marshall. Marshall, Columbia area, Jeff City. A lot of times they will allow St. Louis to make that decision since it's a little bit closer to them. So I have a feeling maybe they were just going to go ahead and let Springfield make that decision for Pettis County. But we'll see. Actually, Peyton is typing right now. I can tell that she's typing a message back to me, so we ought to have an answer on that here pretty quickly. Oh, you love storms, Philip. Good, good. Well, you'll have to. I'll have to remember. I will have to remember that you guys are actually one school that I've only been to one time. So I do go around and do experiments and do a weather seminar to area schools. So you ought to hit your teacher up when school starts back up next month and say, hey, I want to have Subby down and give a man. I've been to a bunch of schools already. We have a good time. We do a lot of experiments, and we talk about weather safety, and I show some videos, and really a good time. In the spring, I also do a severe storm seminar at the Benson Center. So, and I try to advertise all that in our group well ahead of time. So, oh, you do homeschooling? Okay. Well, see, that's even better. maybe you can take a field trip and come up to the severe storm seminar here in Clinton next spring.
The National Weather Service has issued a special weather statement.
Right. So we have a special weather statement for St. Clair, Missouri. So basically, what they are doing is this little gust front. Let's see here. How do I want to explain this? So these storms are weakening. Okay. Well, when these thunderstorms are weakening, they're holding a bunch of rain up way up into the clouds at 20,000 feet. When they become weaker, they can't support and they can't support the updrafts, and all that rain comes falling down and it hits the ground and it pushes out and it creates a gust front. Okay, and so we're going to read what this says, but I think they're really the only reason why they put we might be able to see some 30, 40, maybe 45 mile an hour wind gusts with these weakening thunderstorms. So let's read what it says. Wind gust of 50 to 55. It's 7 miles west of Appleton City to near Walker to near Mulberry. Movement was east at 40. Gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. So Prairie State Park, Truman Lake, Stockton Lake, Nevada, Lamar, El Dorado, Stockton, Appleton City, Osceola, Liberal, Lowry City, Sheldon, Walker, Shell City, Bernal, Jericho Springs, Lamar Heights, and Collins. Oh, a week ago. That's about so my son, he just turned 15, and he turned 15 on the 28th of July. So yeah, that's what Peyton just commented, that's exactly the reason why they put this special weather statement out. So she said the newest observations from Coffeyville, right across the state line, is they're below severe limits, but gusty winds from 45 to 51 miles per hour, respectively, and that the during the passage of the outflow boundary. So that's this line right here from Appleton City all the way down through here. So along this line is 45 to 50 mile an hour winds. And that is why they issued a special weather statement for St. Clair and parts of Vernon County. So nothing severe, but pretty gusty winds, 40, 45 miles per hour. Philip, are you getting any rain over there? You just answered it. We were thinking the same lines. I was just curious to see if you was getting raining hard. That's good. That's good. You got a pretty good little cell coming over Butler right now. That's good. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear raining hard, non-severe. I know I can get a lot of farmers smiling if we got a half inch of rain tonight. Alan, hey, a question I was going to ask you: did you get the electrical issue fixed over there at the church? Oh, Melissa. First off, you got to tell me where Dixon is. I'll find it. I'm going to find it. Where is my. There you are. I forgot. We had to look that up once before, Melissa. I remember that. Yeah, luckily it has this new feature where I can search for towns now. Is that not cool? So I don't think you're going to have much to worry about. Here about an hour and a half ago, we took a look at the short term models, and actually, all this line of storms is going to continue to weaken. You'll be lucky to even get a rain shower out of that tonight. So, no threat of severe weather for you guys over there in Dixon tonight. Oh, fantastic, Alan. Great to hear that. That thick coffee went down on the wrong pipe. You're welcome, Melissa. Well, the numbers from Evergy are slowly going down. 96,463 are still without power through Evergy. They're mainly concentrated right around the South Kansas City area.
The National Weather Service has issued a special weather statement.
I wonder if that's a. Well, there's another one. Okay. So, I guess we kind of answered our own questions. So, we have two outflow boundaries, what we had talked about here. We talked about here probably about 20 minutes ago. We were talking about those outflow boundaries where the weakening thunderstorms and the rain cooled air pushes out ahead of them. So we have two of them. Here's the first one, and that's what caused the special weather statement for St. Clair and Vernon County. Now you notice we also have another outflow boundary right here. Okay, and that is the reason why they issued a special weather statement for Benton County for this line. Now, what's crazy is this outflow boundary is moving to the east. This outflow boundary is moving to the southeast. So they put a special weather statement for both of these outflow boundaries, gust fronts, I should say. And again, winds up to 50 miles per hour. And this is 7 miles southwest of Tipton and 6 miles southeast of Lincoln to near Shell City. So that's exactly where that gust front is right now. Well, happy new month from Nigeria. Wow. We got viewers from all the way around the globe here at Storm Track Weather Center tonight. How's the weather over there, Opeyemi, in Nigeria? No, Lucky. Not seeing any of those individual cells having any hail in them at all. So I think the hail threat is pretty much over for West Central Missouri, and the um, severe thunderstorm watch also has been lifted for Henry County. So I think you're good to go, buddy. Your new car is safe. Those are those two outflow boundaries. Pretty wild. Just south of Appleton had a pretty good wind gust. Looked like right around the 40 mile an hour mark. So there are a few pockets out there with some gusty winds up to around 40 miles per hour. We're going to be hit here in Clinton with this one right here. The last one, this came through earlier, moving southeast, and looked like Clinton's going to get hit with the one that's moving due east here momentarily. We'll take a look here at the winds. 3.6 miles per hour. Give you guys a quick look here at the Weather Center. If I have enough cord. So this is the setup here. So this is Storm Track Weather Center. Got a nice view out the windows. Got a nice little bay window down there. Give you guys an up close and personal tour of Storm Track Weather Center tonight. Lightning over there in Butler. Philip. Yep, looks like it. I see the mark right there. What a night of storms. Kind of blow this out just a little bit. Let's take a look what's going on across the country here. So we still have, looks like a cluster of thunderstorms up here in Minnesota. And we have about the same thing what we got going on down here in parts of Illinois and eastern Iowa. Kind of a little bowing segment with some strong straight line winds. And then, of course, we've got this cluster of rain and thunderstorms, hopefully bringing in some much needed rainfall here in west central Missouri. Looks like that's about it this time of night. They are a little concerned of some flooding down here. Of course, this is during the time down in Arizona, parts of New Mexico, where they get a bunch of rain during this time of year. So there are some flood advisories down in this area, and especially New Mexico. They've had so many fires down there, Philip. They have what's called burn scars. Burn scars where it charred up the ground and it's flat and it's hard, and rain cannot soak down into it. It causes flash flooding a lot down in that area. Hi, Michelle. South of Stover. There you are. Well, you are actually going to be, you are in a special weather statement right now. And this right here is the gust front from an outflow, from an outflow boundary. It's going to be moving into your area here in literally just a couple minutes. And you can get some 25 to 40 mile an hour gusts with this gust front. So you can expect that here really quick. Nothing severe. They put out a special weather statement so that you can expect to get some gusty winds with this. As far as the line of storms, nothing severe. It's going to be lower than severe limits for the rest of the night. They still have that severe thunderstorm watch ongoing, but I can't help but think after the two gust fronts moved through the area, and again, we have a gust front right here, and we have one right here. This one is moving to the east. This one's moving to the southeast. And you can expect 30, 40, 45 mile an hour wind gusts along the leading edge of the boundaries that are pushing through. But other than that, there's no other severe weather around in the area. So no hail. We're not going to see a 60-mile-an-hour gust out of this, but just some gusty winds. So you guys ought to be pretty good down there at Riverview. Just be prepared for some stronger straight line winds. Well, actually, Philip, I'm down here at the weather studio. So actually, my lightning detector is at home. Yeah, Philip, I'll get with you later on. I'll shoot you or shoot me a message on Facebook if you get a chance, and in the Subby Weather Talk group, and I'll let them know when that severe storm seminar in the spring when it comes up. I will definitely get a hold of you. Would love to have you come up. Okay, that sounds good, Philip. Boy, I don't like to see this gap right here. That gap where the rain is stopping, being soaked up by the dry air. We need rain in this area. I am too, Alan. I'll tell you what, it looks like right now we've got 79 degrees here in Clinton. Dew point really fell off. Look at this graph. Just within, we're talking just a few minutes, and man, the dew point just plummeted. It's probably quite comfortable outside right now. All right, Philip. Good night, buddy. Good talking with you tonight. Alan, my man, what are you doing up so late tonight, buddy? Too hot to sleep. Well, it's coming. That gust front is almost there, Alan. Almost there. Light thunder, huh? Yeah. Looked like on a weather station 4 minutes ago we had lightning detected. Looks like about 2 miles away from us here in Clinton. No rainfall yet. Oh, we need rain. Hey, Alan. Um, one of these days, you need to shoot me a message, especially if you're in Clinton, and you need to come out here to the radio station. I'll show you around a little bit. There's not a whole lot to see at a radio station, but if you're in Clinton, you ought to holler at me. Come over, maybe we grab lunch, or you'd come and see where all the magic happens. Yeah, shoot me a message, big guy. Shoot me a message, and whenever you're in town, and I'm either going to be here at the radio station or I'll be down at the emergency management office here in Clinton. So, yeah, either place. I'll show you around a little bit. We'll go grab a bite to eat or something. That'd be fun. Well, that would even be better, Alan. I'm not trying to get a free lunch out of you. Yeah, I'm tired, Philip. I am tired. All right, guys. So um, they just put out there on National Weather Service chat that these winds are only going 25, 30 mile an hour along the gust front, that they're going to go ahead and allow these to expire, the special weather statements. So what I am going to do, they are going to, they said that the winds on the leading edge of these storms aren't as strong as the gust front. So we're going to be looking at 10, 15 miles per hour. So, I don't see really any reason for us to keep streaming tonight. So, and again, everybody's cleared from the severe thunderstorm watch, with the exception of St. Clair and Benton, Pettis County. Just don't see anything happening here the rest of the evening. So I was kind of waiting on this cell up here to get through Johnson County, just to make sure nothing else was going to spin off from that. But it doesn't look like we're going to get anything out of this as far as severe weather. Still hoping that we get some rainfall out of this. There is a clear gap in between the line and the area of light rain behind it. So kind of hoping that this doesn't start to shun off our rain here, but hopefully we'll get some more light precipitation that will be coming on board here in West Central Missouri for tonight. At least get something in the rain gauge. Want to try out this new weather station. I want to make sure that the rain gauge works. So hopefully that happens here in West Central Missouri. And it looked like Cass County, Bates County, Vernon County, Johnson County. Everybody's getting a little bit of moisture out there, but like to see a little bit more here in Henry County as well. Like we might have a little sill coming across Clinton right now, maybe a little bit of rain happening. Well, it looks like the rain gauge is working well, showing I am getting a heavy shower right now. So that's good. That is good news. Okay, so that helps out a bunch. So they did go ahead and canceled the severe thunderstorm watch for St. Clair and Benton County. So that's great news. Now it's showing very heavy rain. See if it shows here. 2 point, wind speed 5.4 mile an hour. Wind picked up just a little bit. 0.48 millimeters of rainfall. By golly, if we got to start measuring in millimeter, we might be in trouble, Alan. That's pretty bad when we got to measure it in millimeter. I do know the shocks from Butler. I've been in the ag business for about the last 28 years before I started doing this full time. So I know the shocks from Butler very well. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead. Hopefully, it's cooling off for you just a little bit, Alan. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream for the night, and hopefully, we'll get some more moisture coming in on the back side of this thing. Maybe add some to the rain gauge. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Alan, Philip, thank you guys for keeping it lively so I did not fall asleep. So looks like everybody is in the clear for tonight, and we just keep hoping, praying for a little bit more rainfall. So until next time, guys, thanks for keeping it lively tonight. And Alan, don't forget to give me a shot next time you're in Clinton. Let's get together, buddy. What's gonna live again tonight, Philip? I guess I'm not understanding what you're asking there, bud. Oh, am I? No, I will not be going live again tonight. The threat for severe thunderstorms is over for today. So I'll probably do a live stream over the weekend just to kind of touch up on the forecast. But as far as severe weather, I think we're not going to see much of a chance for any severe weather until possibly late next week. So, but I will be doing a few live segments this weekend to talk about the forecast, what we can expect. So, you'll definitely get the notification there on YouTube when I go live. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Take care. We'll be talking to you soon.